Is there a radio in this thing?
Yeah, didn't you bring the Wu-Tang Clan CD?
So glad we could carpool this way to work.
Left.
Saves a lot of time.
I mean, right, yeah. Watch out for that embankment.
Oh, wait. Oh, wow.
No drinking and driving.
Wait! Jump on!
Quick!
I told her we passed her house a while ago. All right. Thank you very much. That's perfectly sufficient. I say thank you. Back at you. Take some of that and put it in some eggs. Scramble it up with a fork in a bowl and a pinch of more ca, and you've got a Denver omelet. Maybe you'll need ham. Somebody was talking to me earlier today, and I started yawning in the middle of when they were talking, and they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, am I boring you?" And I said, "No, I'm just tired of your stupid story." And that's what I feel like saying to people who are like, "Oh, am I boring you?" I don't even know why I was yawning. You ever yawn and you don't know why you're yawning? I wasn't tired, I wasn't bored, I was just yawning. And they say that you yawn to get oxygen to your brain, which is what I thought breathing was about. But I think the amount of oxygen depends on how much you open your mouth. If you just open it a little bit, then you're just getting a little bit of oxygen. And if you open it wide, a lot more. So if you're putting on mascara, a lot. I don't know why people try to hide yawns, because like I said, it's not insulting to somebody, but some people try to keep their mouths closed the whole time as they're starting on. Which is so obvious somebody's trying to yawn because your face does that. I mean, would you rather yawn or look like a cuckoo person? You know, it's cute when a lion yawns. Have you seen a lion yawn? It's adorable from far away. Close up, it's probably the last thing you'll ever see. Isn't that cute? My whole head could fit inside its mouth. Why is it considered rude to yawn? I don't know why. And then sneezing, people sneeze, which is much more offensive, I think. And yet we bless them right away. They sneeze. I think we need to figure out something for a yawn. But there should be something, like someone yawns and you say, "Ah, good on ya," or one place you'll never see anyone yawn, and that's the dance floor. How'd I do? German judge, everybody? Marcia Cross is on the show today. From Desperate Housewives. Marcia Cross from Desperate Housewives. German judge. Also on the show. You're going to like this, too. She's got a brand new documentary called I Am Boricua. And just so you know, that's what it's called. I Am Boricua, just so you know. Rosie Perez is here. Rosie! Right there. Rosie Perez. And if you're watching last Friday, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, we bought a Powerball ticket that was up to $365 million. I bought a ticket, and if we won, I was going to split it with our whole audience right down the middle, 70-30, and we lost. You know, it's never a sure thing. I had to cancel my private jet and my island. And, but 8 people from a meatpacking plant in Lincoln, Nebraska won, and it's changed all of their lives. Look at them.
I've been retired for about 4 days now.
Management down there, we think a lot of them for treating us pretty good. We couldn't leave them on a bind.
Oh, I'm going to buy an island. You know, I'm going to buy an airplane. Reality, gee, not a fan of flying, don't really like water.
And the best news is if you live in Lincoln and you need a job and you're good with meat, I'm pretty sure there are 8 positions open. They each got $22 million. It's nice. They seem very grateful. I like to see people like that win. I'll tell you, there's some people in our audience that are very, very grateful right now. You've seen the show Extreme Makeover Home Edition, all of you? All right. Well, you know how they send the family on a trip somewhere while their house is being rebuilt. We have one of those families here today. Their house in Florida was destroyed by Hurricane Charlie 2 years ago and is now finally being rebuilt. Sadie Holmes and your family, hi, how you doing? You and your kids run a nonprofit organization in Florida that help people in need, right?
Correct.
Tell me about, and you have a turtle connect. You also help rescue turtles?
Yes, we built a pond in our front yard, and we store the turtles in there as we find them on the roadway, trying to cross the road, and there's no water nowhere near where they're at. So my daughter has a tendency of, Mommy, stop the car, let's get the turtle before you get ran over. So after about the second turtle, keeping it in a bucket or a fish aquarium, when the third turtle come along, like, look, we got to build a home for these turtles. So we got a guy out of the community. He helped us dug a trench in the yard, and we cemented the walls and the bottom of it, and that's where the turtles live. We have about 15.
That's sweet. That's so sweet that she makes you stop. You know, here you are, you're barely getting by, you're home, and you're not only helping other people, but you're stopping and bringing in turtles that need a home and putting a home together for them. Ty and I have a surprise for you. Take a look at this.
Hello, Holmes family! Surprise, guys, you're on Ellen. So listen, we've also got one more surprise for you. Thing is, well, we want to show you your house, but it's not quite finished yet. So instead, we're showing you something that's going to make some other members of your family very happy. And they're your amphibious friends, your turtles. That's right. And we've been working all week to make them a little home as well. And right now, it's time to show you that home. So you know what to say, so say it with me. Here we go. Ed, Tanya, are you ready?
Yeah!
Then you know what to say. Bus driver, move that bus! Move that bus! Move that bus! Oh yeah, buddy. Check it out. So here's the cool thing. So this guy right here, he and his buddies have now got a place with a waterfall. There's a place where they can actually sun on the rocks. And well, we're gonna let them take a dip right now.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. Well, If you're that excited about the turtle's house, wait till you see yours. You're gonna flip out. I can only imagine. That's a nice place for the turtles to hang out.
Yes.
You're gonna have turtles purposely trying to find your home. Word's gonna get out. All right, it takes a long time to rebuild those things that have been destroyed, and it's gonna take years, they say, to rebuild New Orleans. And Mardi Gras is coming up there Tuesday, and obviously it's gonna be very different this year. A lot less floats than they normally have. And they've been through so much, but you really, in New Orleans, anybody who knows anything about Mardi Gras, nobody's gonna stop Mardi Gras down there. So next week, we actually are gonna help out. We're gonna have a Mardi Gras show here, and our whole studio audience is gonna be made up of people who were affected by Katrina, and we sent for beads and decorations and food, all from New Orleans, and we hired a famous float company to help us build an Ellen float. And you build these in parts, so we're sending off part that we build here to New Orleans today, and we're also sending somebody with that float. It's not going to be me, because I have to stay here for the show. I wish I could go, but instead I'm sending somebody very special, and we're going to tell you who that is later in the show, who will be on that float during the parade. Right now we have a final contestant in our Olympics Hidden Audience Talents. She's already here. First, let's catch up on our competition so far. Here's a quick look. I said quick. All right. Leela Casares, come on down. Here you are. Hi, Leela. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Thank
You were already here before I even called you down. But you're fast.
I'm ready.
You are, and you knew you were the contestant.
Yeah,
Now,
I
what if I
figured.
would have called another name?
I would have pretended I was her.
No. Quick thinking. All right, where are you from?
San Diego, California.
And what is your talent?
I can balance things on my chin.
Things.
Like brooms,
How about-
skateboards.
what about a
folding
mop?
Chairs. I can do a mop.
You can do a mop?
do a mop.
It's clean, I think.
Okay.
All right, you're balancing it on your chin. That's great. Leela. Do you think you could do a vacuum cleaner?
I probably could.
Really? What's the
I
heaviest?
can do an ironing board.
You can do an ironing board? All cleaning supplies.
Yeah,
all
big
kinds of. All right, we're going to see you later in the show for the medal ceremony and see who wins. We're down to the finals now. Marcia Cross is going to be here when we get back. We'll be right back. Our first guest stars on one of television's hottest shows, Desperate Housewives. Please welcome back the lovely and talented Marcia Cross. You smell like alcohol. I don't know why.
Research.
No, you got to do the research.
course.
You're getting in you're a character actress.
Yeah, I'm an actor's actor.
Yeah.
I got to drink.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way, on everything. Okay, so since I've seen you last, I saw you at the SAG Awards. You won that, Golden Globes. Y'all are doing amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, we were shocked both times, so it's really, it's been an exciting
You
year.
don't start expecting it because it happened last year. You don't go, well, now we're on a run and we're going to do this every year.
No, we thought, in fact, that, we'd had our run and it was over, and now it was going to be other people's turns. So
Right.
we were completely shocked.
It's great. And it's just bigger than ever. It's incredible.
Yay.
Yeah. And you got engaged since the last time. Congratulations.
I did.
This is your fiancé, Tom Mahoney. And was this a surprise? Did you know, and did you kind of just announce it to us, or were you totally surprised?
I hoped it was, coming, but, we had dinner, and then, I don't want to say too much, except that he then...
No, go ahead.
He started saying all these incredibly wonderful things, and I thought, well, that's nice, and then all of a sudden I realized, oh my God, this is going somewhere. Whereupon I think I completely left my body. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, where you're just like watching the whole thing going, is
When
this...
I'm drinking, yes.
But I just never thought I was going to get married, let alone go through a proposal. And I don't know. It's just
Were you
been-
at dinner, like in a public place or a private place?
Private.
Private
Private,
place.
yeah.
That's sweet. Now, did he get down on one knee and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very romantic.
And I told him I didn't want a ring because I'm not that big on the whole ring thing.
Uh-huh.
And then he pulled out a little ring and
Is that the ring?
yeah.
You're hiding it, so I'm not going to ask to see. Most people are flashing it around, but it's beautiful.
It's pretty,
All right.
yes.
Yeah, it is
Thank
pretty.
you.
All right, and so the wedding is when?
This summer, yeah.
And are you all into the planning stages and all that?
No, what I really wish is that someone would just give me my call time.
Uh-huh.
Go to hair and makeup, and then walk in. I mean, you say, I do, and you decide to get married, and the next thing you know, you're supposed to plan this event for I don't know how many people, and
Right.
I'm not like that. They
Yeah.
ask me, about all the flowers, and I just say, well, I don't know. That's a really good question. Do you want this or that? I don't know. Good question. Thank you.
Well, if you want, I'll be the maid of honor.
yeah, would you?
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, because I have a dress, and I've been looking for an excuse to wear it. It'll be great. Now, is it going to be a big thing? Do you want it to be a big thing?
It's bigger than I expected just because, by the time you get all your families involved and your friends, and, I've been around a while, so I have a lot
Right.
of people that are near and dear to me. and
Right.
I hope it's not big in feeling, but there'll be.
Now,
quite a
will
lot of
you
people
film it?
there.
Because that's the latest thing. Everybody's filming their weddings like it's a production to save it.
I actually started to laugh, and then I realized we actually are filming it. That sounds absurd.
Yeah.
But I guess you feel it, they say these are the things you do, and so you just
Right.
kind of do them. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. Yes.
Yeah. Because I was at a wedding years ago, and it was like a 4-camera wedding. It was like a huge, gigantic production
no.
of these cameras.
It won't be like that.
It won't be like that?
No, little camera phone.
Yeah. Or you could just have a sketch artist just sketching it out
That'd
the
work
whole
for
time.
me.
Yesterday we had our office show. I don't know if you saw it or not, but we had jobs that because I have had a lot of jobs. Do you remember the first job that you did?
Yes, I worked at Dunkin Donuts, and I got so fat.
Really?
Oh my God!
What did you
ate
do there?
Everything. I had the little pastry bag, and I filled, the cream donuts.
I
and-
like the cream
Yeah,
donuts.
they're really good. And
Yeah.
I dunked the chocolate-covered ones, and mostly I ate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, one for you, one for me.
Squirt for the
one
donut,
you.
squirt for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't think I didn't do
Yeah.
that.
Oh, you did it straight from there?
Oh yeah, I did it all. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
And how long did you work there?
All I can think is 30 pounds, so however long that took.
So a week. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I worked at Haagen-Dazs and
Oh,
gained
no
weight
way.
from working at Haagen-Dazs.
I couldn't do
But
that.
got a really big, strong arm from scooping like that, just the one right arm.
I did croissants, and I had burns all over my arms, pulling out the hot croissants
Oh.
at another shop. Yeah.
Yeah, not at Dunkin'.
No.
No.
That
So
was
you
in New
worked
York.
in New York as a waitress. Did you do that?
I did that as well, yeah.
It's mandatory, isn't it?
I think so. I
As
think
if
it's
you're
good
going to
for
be
you.
in this business.
Yeah.
And I do think it's good for you. I think everybody should experience waiting tables.
Yeah,
So
treat
you know what
people
it's
well.
like. Yeah. Tip big.
Tip big.
It's a hard
always.
job. All right, we have to take a break. We'll be right back with Marcia Cross. Do you have a hidden talent we should be checking into
That would
while
just
you're
be
here?
a requirement that I sing with my mouth closed.
That would be a requirement? Do you not sing well?
No, terrible.
Really?
Can't carry. Oh, you know that. I sang on your show last time.
Oh, yeah, you did sing on the show, but no, I don't have
And
a
you
memory that it was
ruined my
bad.
Rainy days and Mondays.
I know, but it
I've
was
been
more about the
depressed
dancing.
that. Yeah, but
I don't
yeah.
remember the voice, but it's
It
good.
was bad.
Actually, I think it's a good thing when people know they don't sing
Oh, yeah,
well.
terrible.
'Cause
I
we-
didn't though. I used
Yeah.
to think that I could sing.
Oh, really?
It was very dangerous.
Until that day?
No. My older sister let me know.
Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes it's very important for people to let you know
It was good of her.
before Simon gets a hold of you, because
Oh
Simon
my
Cowell.
God.
So have you been watching the Olympics at all?
I have actually. Sometimes I watch them full on, and sometimes I run from room to room. When the ice skaters are going and they're gonna fall. Basically,
right.
they're gonna do the triple sow cow and the double jump, and they always fall and rehearse. And you come in, and for sure they're falling. So I listen and I wait until the entire thing is over and they haven't fallen, and then I go back with the TiVo and watch it. Did that make any sense?
Yes.
You know how they build up and they make you so nervous.
Oh, I see. You run out because you
Terrifying.
don't want to see them fall.
No, it's awful.
A lot of people watch for the fall. Secretly, how many people are hoping they fall?
No.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't bear it. It's a heartbreak.
That's
oh.
part of the profession.
Oh, but I love the girls snowboarders. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just.
They were really
oh,
cool. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really good. These girls right here. All right, so, and tell us about, there's a cause that you're very involved with right now that you're
Yes.
speaking out about. Talk about it.
I'm a migraine sufferer. I don't know if anybody else here is, but it's something I've had since I was about 14, and so I'm talking about the symptoms and going online and taking a headache quiz to see if you actually have migraines. It's called headachequiz.com, and going and getting properly diagnosed and treated. Something I didn't do for a long time, and once I did, it's really changed my life. So.
How often do you have them?
Now, less frequently because I know sort of trigger foods and stress and how to sort of handle myself. But for a while, it was a few times a month when I was younger. And it's like completely, absolutely debilitating.
It could be just your hangovers, though, Marcia. I don't know. I'm giving you a hard time. Because that's what's happening now on the show. Bree is going to she's getting into alcohol, and there's some other dark stuff happening with your son. What's happening?
My son is always dark,
but it gets bad, right?
It gets really bad. And I'm madly in love with him in person. And so we do these horrifying scenes together and then run and hug each other afterwards. I had to slap him. Ooh, I'm not supposed to say that. Oh, no, you saw in the preview. And then I'm, afterwards, I can barely finish the scene before I go and run and just like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and I drink, and then I, meet my sponsor. And that gets fun.
There's a man.
Yeah, there's a little lust, which is good.
Oh, good.
Finally,
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Woo. Finally. All right. Desperate Housewives here Sundays at 9 o'clock on ABC. When we come back, Rosie Perez will be out here. Don't go away. The last time we saw our next guest, we were on her home turf in Brooklyn, New York. Please welcome back the always feisty Rosie Perez. All right.
Not the kind of dance you should do in this dress.
No. That's. I believe you stole that from my room. That's my top. I didn't know what to call it. It's a dress, isn't it?
Yes, it's a dress.
Rosie, you've been watching our Olympics. Do you have a favorite of our finalists?
Yes, that lady. The mumble lady.
The mumble lady.
Where is she?
That sings with her mouth closed?
The woman that's talent.
Yeah. What about the woman that had the mop though? Not as talented.
Yeah, but that was phenomenal. That was
singing with, especially "I Will Survive." That was a really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was harder with.
Yeah, but my favorite was actually Betty White. I think she did sleep with the judges, but still she deserved it.
We never claimed she slept with them, but she had tea with them or something. But now you're thinking Betty White slept with the judges? That's a whole new accusation.
Did you think that?
No. Possibly. I don't know. Possibly. Hey, so we're sending a float off to Mardi Gras. Have you been to Mardi Gras ever?
Yes, I was in Mardi Gras, but in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was exhilarating and terrifying at the same time. I got kidnapped by a taxi driver.
For real?
Yes, for real. I was there with my best friend, Julie, and she denies the story, but it's true. And, you know what they say, what happens in Rio stays in Rio, not this time. So, what happened was we got into this, they have Volkswagen taxis, right? You know what a Volkswagen is, right?
Yes, a Volkswagen. I know what it is.
Okay, and so we're in this VW, and the driver, there's only 2 doors, and I'm sitting in the back, and Julie's sitting in the front seat. We pull up to the hotel, and the guy says, okay, I want this amount of money. I said, no, you said this amount of money. And he was like, no, this amount of money. So Julie goes, I'm gonna go inside and get security. I go, okay. She closes the door, this man takes off. And when I travel, I have the international security purse, where I put the money inside here, right? And so, but I had a lot of money, so I guess it was bulging a little bit. And the man's driving, and he reaches back, punched me in the face.
No.
And went down into the Twins, and was fishing for the money. And I was so pissed off that this man punched me in the face that I went ballistic. I grabbed his hair and I was like, "Who you gonna punch now?" I went crazy on him. I did.
Yeah! Punch that guy! Right.
I was like, "I'm from Brooklyn!" And he was like, "Get out, get out!" And he came to a slow stop, and I threw myself out of the car. And I had to walk back to the hotel, and there goes my best friend Julie flirting with the concierge. And I have twigs in my hair, I'm bruised, there's blood. And I said, "I thought you were gonna get security." And she went, "Oh, this is Jose." And I just went upstairs. I was like, oh my God. But besides that, I had a fabulous time in Mardi Gras in Rio, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, no, we'll all go.
Yeah.
It sounds really safe.
Yeah.
So, and how did he know there was money stuffed down there? Were you wearing something like that? Or like, were you?
Kind of.
Well, it's like walking around with an open wallet, going like that. Here's my money. So the last time, I want to thank you. The last time we saw each other, we were in New York, and you helped us with Brooklyn. We went to all 5 boroughs. Have you ever done that? Have you ever gone to all 5?
Yes, when I was shooting the documentary.
Which we'll talk about in a minute. It's great.
Oh, okay. And we had a limited budget, so we had to cover the 4 boroughs. We did Staten Island, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the Bronx. Manhattan. Stop it. And but we didn't have time to do Queens, and it was very difficult, especially because we didn't get a full day parking permit from the city, so it was hard, and we had to pay this drunk guy to watch the cars.
All right, well, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the documentary that you did, which was a wonderful thing. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
We're back with Rosie Perez. That's you and your sister in your new documentary, and it's called, how do you pronounce it?
Yo soy boricua, pa' que tú lo sepas.
Right. And,
No, it's easy to say.
yeah.
Yo soy boricua.
Boricua.
Okay? And she makes fun of Manhattan. Okay, pa' que tú lo sepa.
Sepa.
Right. Very good. And what it means is I am a Boricua, just so you know. And
Boricua is what?
It was the people from the land of Borinquen, which was the original name of Puerto Rico before the Spanish rule. She's nodding, I love that. Before the Spanish came over and invaded the island and took over, and Spanish became the official language. Spanish rule became the official government, and it was renamed Rich Port because it was rich in natural materials, specifically gold, and Rich Port in Spanish means Puerto Rico.
And you, I make fun of your accent, but I love it. I do it because it's, but you know, no one knows you're saying Manhattan. Just face it. You're from Brooklyn, and you're still pronouncing it Manhattan? But I love your accent. And there's these foods that you eat that are they're Puerto Rican foods that, coquito?
Coquito, which is a holiday drink, which is basically a lot of coconut pulp, coconut milk, sweet coconut sugar, and rum.
Ah.
Tremendous amount of. I'll make it. We'll have a night.
Can you have it without all the coconut stuff? What is pulpo?
Pulpo.
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 Good enough. what that is, it's actually one of the dishes that I detest the most. And it's when you saute a whole octopus. The tentacles, the leg, and with the eyeball, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't like it either. And then polgeisad. Polgeisad.
Pollo guisado.
Well, it's spelled polgeisad.
Pollo guisado basically is chicken stew, Puerto Rican style.
Okay, and mofongo.
Mofongo. Oh, can I have a round of applause for mofongo?
Mofongo!
Yeah.
Mofongo! Mofongo! What is it?
It's fried plantains, which is the hard green bananas that are used like a starch.
Yeah.
And you fry it, and then you smash it, and then you take any kind of meat that you want. Pork is best if you eat pork. If you don't, you could cheat. And then you smash it with the meat in a pilon. You know, a pilon?
A pillow?
No, a pilon is like a Puerto Rican mortar. You know what a mortar is?
A mortar, yes.
Okay. Well, you
A mortar and a fodder. Yeah. Smash it in your mortar, and then
well, right. You smash it and then you bake it, or sometimes you just eat it right away and you turn it over, and it's delicious.
that sounds really good.
Yes, it's
I would like
delicious.
some mofongo. All right, I'm Boricua, just so you know, airs June 12th at 9 o'clock on the Independent Film Channel. We're going to be right back with the last Olympic medal ceremony. Don't go away. And now it's time for our final performer in the Olympic Hidden Audience Talents, Anela Faye. Anela Faye, you did the Cowardly Lion last time. And you did I wasn't going to hurt you, you didn't have to hit me, and now you're going to do a different performance piece from the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz.
Yes, ready?
Yes.
If I were king of the forest, not queen, not duke, not prince, in my regal robes of the forest, I'd woof, and I'd woof with a regal woof.
That was spectacular. All right, let's step back here.
Okay.
With your two other competitors, and this is a tough one. Let's go to the judges for the final scores. The judges give Anela. All right. And Leela, let's rewind what Leela did. Of course, very impressive. And what does Leela get? All right, and now for Letitia. All right. Let's see what Letitia has. Uh-oh. Is that a tie? What is that? It's time for our medal ceremony, and Leela, step up. I believe you get the bronze. And a video iPod for you. And Letitia, silver. There you go. And a video iPod for you. Step on up. You're the winner. And because you won the gold, Anela, you are going to be treated famously on an 11-night celebrity cruise to the Mexican Riviera. Congratulations! That's where you're going. Yes! All right. It's time to, these are the closing ceremonies, so it's time to extinguish the flame. celebrations and messages for our Mardi Gras float, and we're also sending a very special ambassador to represent the show for us. I would love to go myself, but I think I found the next best person. Come on out here, next best person. Yeah. Tell us your name, ma'am.
Mama.
Mama! Okay, Mama, so the parade you're going to, it's the crew of Orpheus, of
Yes,
course.
it
It's
is.
Harry Connick Jr.'s parade,
Yes.
which is going to be exciting.
Yes.
And joining you on the float is going to be the Hot 8 Brass Band. They're an amazing New Orleans band, great musicians, and some real New Orleans heroes are going to be on the float as well. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
And you haven't been back for a while.
I know.
Especially
I know.
since the hurricane. And
I know. I'm a little apprehensive about seeing all the loss and
Yeah.
destruction, but unquenchable human spirit in New Orleans and coming back and
Yeah.
tourism coming back. You have to have Mardi Gras.
Yeah, you got to have Mardi Gras.
Have to.
So you're going to be there. You're going to come back and give us a full report.
Yes.
So we will see you the day after Mardi
Yes.
Gras. And I appreciate you going for us all. But
I'm
go,
so happy to help out.
Go party, and I don't care what people offer you beads. Don't no show. I love you, Mama. I want to thank my guests,
Love
Marcia
you.
Cross, Rosie Perez, and all of our Olympic competitors. Monday's our pre-Mardi Gras show with Hillary Duff and Steve Harvey. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.